Do you want to know how much time you really have left? After 70, each passing year becomes more precious. And the truth is, your body is sending signals about how long you might live. Some people in the US, at 70, are still strong, sharp, and full of life. Like the old folks walking in Central Park or chatting in Seattle, while others start to slow down, facing poor health and fatigue. What's the difference? It's in the key signs, subtle but critical, that reveal your future. In this video, we'll uncover 7 scientific signs showing how long you might live past 70. These aren't random guesses. They're based on real research from American doctors and scientists. Watch to the end, and you'll understand what your body's saying and how to live longer, healthier. Don't miss it. The small things today can make a big change for tomorrow. Before diving into the story, comment where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the latest stories. Now let's start with the first sign. Your walking speed. Have you ever noticed how you walk each day? This isn't trivial. It's one of the strongest indicators of how long you'll live past 70. Researchers from the University of Pittsburgh found that people who maintain a brisk, steady walking speed at this age tend to live longer than those who slow down noticeably. Why? Because walking speed reflects overall health, strong muscles, good cardiovascular fitness, even a sharp brain. It's like a free test your body gives itself. Imagine 2 people in California. Thomas, 75, living in San Diego, and Leonard, also 75, in Portland, Oregon. Every morning, Thomas walks briskly around Balboa Park, striding past tree-lined paths with no trouble. He keeps a steady pace, confident, no need to stop. Meanwhile, Leonard used to be active, but in recent years he's slowed way down. Strolling through his Portland neighborhood, he often pauses, feels unsteady, sometimes needing to brace against a wall. Same age, but their bodies tell different stories. Studies show walking speed isn't just about age. Someone slow and unsteady might have underlying issues, weak muscles, poor circulation, or even early signs of neurological decline. In the US, where seniors make up over 16% of the population, according to the Census Bureau. This matters. Take Mary, 73. In Boston, she still joins a weekend running group. She's no marathoner, but her steady steps keep her heart strong and mind clear. By contrast, when Leonard slows, it's not just aging. It's a warning his body's losing its ability to bounce back. The good news? You can change this. Walking speed isn't fixed. It can improve if you act. In the US, the AARP encouraged seniors to walk in groups, from California's coastal trails to Minnesota's green parks. Think of Thomas. He doesn't sit still waiting. He walks daily, sometimes adding light leg exercises like knee lifts at home. And Leonard? If he starts walking more, even just 10 minutes a day, he could regain strength. Health. Doctors at the CDC say just 150 minutes of movement a week makes a huge difference. We just covered walking speed, the first sign of what your body's revealing about life after 70. Now, on to the second sign, grip strength. Believe it or not, your handshake can say more than you think. The researchers from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, found grip strength is one of the clearest markers of vitality in older adults. A firm grip shows healthy muscles, good circulation, and a smoothly running nervous system. On the flip side, weakening hands can be an early sign of frailty, muscle loss, even serious health risks. Meet James, 78, in Austin, Texas, and Harold, also 78, in Denver, Colorado. James has always prided himself on his strong handshake. He gardens daily, pulling weeds, carrying water, and never struggles to open jars or haul heavy grocery bags. His grip's like steel, reflecting a body still brimming with energy. Harold, though, was once strong too, but lately he's noticed simple tasks, twisting bottle caps, holding heavy bags, getting tough. He thinks it's just getting old, unaware his fading grip signals muscles shrinking, making him prone to falls and injuries. Why does this matter? In the U.S., with over 50 million people past 65 per the Census Bureau, Grip strength isn't trivial. It ties directly to independence. Think of Charles, 76. In Miami, he started using light dumbbells after noticing his hands weakening. And now he confidently hauls fish baskets from the pier. Meanwhile, when Harold ignores this sign, he's not just losing power. His body's resilience fades too. The NIH warns weak grip links to higher early death risk, reflecting a full-body decline, from muscles to heart. But don't worry, you can improve. Grip strength isn't gone forever. Across the U.S., from Texas clinics to Colorado community gyms, doctors push simple exercises. James maintains his through gardening. But if dirt's not your thing, try squeezing a rubber ball, the cheap kind from any store, or lift 2-pound weights, up and down 10 times daily. A Boston University study found just 6 weeks of this boosted grip strength, 20% in people over 70. We just covered walking speed, the first sign of what your body's revealing about life after 70. Now on to the second sign, grip strength. Believe it or not, your handshake can say more than you think. Researchers from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, found grip strength is one of the clearest markers of vitality in older adults. A firm grip shows healthy muscles, good circulation, and a smoothly running nervous system. On the flip side, weakening hands can be an early sign of frailty, muscle loss, even serious health risks. Keep James, 78, in Austin, Texas, and Harold, also 78, in Denver, Colorado. James has always prided himself on his strong handshake. He gardens daily, pulling weeds, carrying water, and never struggles to open jars or haul heavy grocery bags. He's grips like steel, reflecting a body still brimming with energy. Harold, though, was once strong too, but lately he's noticed simple tasks, twisting bottle caps, holding heavy bags, getting tough. He thinks it's just getting old, unaware his fading grip signals, muscles shrinking, making him prone to falls and injuries. Why does this matter? In the U.S., with over 50 million people past 65 per the Census Bureau, grip strength isn't trivial. It ties directly to independence. Think of Charles, 76. In Miami, he started using light dumbbells after noticing his hands weakening, and now he confidently hauls fish baskets from the pier. Meanwhile, when Harold ignores this sign, he's not just losing power, his body's resilience fades too. The NIH warns weak grip links to higher early death risk, reflecting a full-body decline, from muscles to heart. But don't worry, you can improve. Grip strength isn't gone forever. Across the U.S., and from Texas clinics to Colorado community gyms, doctors push simple exercises. James maintains his through gardening. But if dirt's not your thing, try squeezing a rubber ball, the cheap kind from any store. Keep ties bars or lift 2-pound weights, up and down 10 times daily. A Boston University study found just 6 weeks of this boosted grip strength, 20% in people over 70. We've covered walking speed, grip strength and balance, signals your body gives about how long you'll live past 70. Now onto the fourth sign, sleep quality. How well do you sleep each night? Don't think sleep's just rest. It's when your body repairs, boosts immunity, and clears brain toxins. The American Sleep Association warns that people over 70, who sleep soundly and well, often live longer and healthier, while poor sleep raises risks of memory loss, heart disease, and a weak immune system. Meet Patrick, 74, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and George, same age, in Atlanta, Georgia. Patrick's got a routine, bed at 10 p.m., 7 straight hours, waking refreshed like he's recharged. He keeps a steady rhythm, uninterrupted, and brims with energy. Walking around Lake Harriet, George, though, tosses and turns. He stays up late watching TV in Atlanta, wakes multiple times, and drags through mornings tired and foggy. He thinks it's normal for age, unaware poor sleep's quietly harming him. Why is this serious? In the U.S., over 50% of people past 70 have sleep issues. Per the American Sleep Association, bad sleep doesn't just leave you groggy. It spikes blood pressure, causes inflammation, and dulls your mind. Think of Alice, 71, in Chicago. She used to struggle with sleep, but cutting evening coffee and trying 10-minute meditation got her sleeping like a kid, sharper than ever. George doesn't see each restless night shaving away at his health, from weaker memory to higher heart risks. Good sleep's a longevity cornerstone, and the good news is, you can fix it. If you wake often, can't fall back asleep, or feel tired, despite 8 hours. Your body's warning you, across the U.S. What from Minneapolis to Atlanta, doctors suggest simple steps: cut phone time before bed, a habit 70% of seniors have, per the CDC. Patrick keeps sleep solid by skipping screens and catching morning sun through his window. A University of California study found 2 weeks of sleep tweaks improved quality 25% in people over 70. We've explored walking speed, grip strength, balance, and sleep quality. Signals your body shows about life past 70. Now on to the fifth sign, eating habits. How do you eat each day? Don't shrug it off. Appetite and diet are among the strongest clues to longevity. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, says seniors with a good appetite and balanced diet maintain strong muscles, robust immunity, and ample energy. Losing your taste for food or eating poorly, though, could signal serious body trouble. Eat Lillian, 74, in Eugene, Oregon, and Marjorie, also 74, in Kansas City, Missouri. Lillian loves her meals. She grows veggies out back, tomatoes, spinach, and cooks fresh dishes daily. She holds steady weight, looks forward to family dinners, and bursts with life at the local market. Marjorie lately has no interest in food. She skips breakfast, leans on packaged cookies, and unintentionally dropped over 10 pounds in a year. She thinks eating less is normal, when old, unaware it's her body sounding an alarm. Why is this key? In the U.S., where fast food floods from New York to California, the USDA estimates a third of people over 70 lack proper nutrition. Losing appetite isn't small. It might tie to poor digestion, hormone shifts, or early cognitive decline. Think of David, 73, in New Orleans. He cooks protein-rich gumbo with shrimp and chicken, staying strong and still driving to fish weekends. When Marjorie neglects eating, her muscles weaken, fatigue hits, and fall risks rise. Things that cut life short. Eating right's a longevity key, and you can change it. If you fill up fast, lose interest in food, or drop weight unexplained, your body's crying out. Across the U.S., from Oregon to Missouri, doctors urge seniors to focus on natural foods, lean meats, greens, fruits over processed junk. Lillian thrives with her garden, but if you can't grow your own, try Meals on Wheels, delivering nutritious meals to seniors in most states. A University of Texas study found people over 70 gained 15% muscle strength after 3 months of enough protein and vitamins. We've gone through walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, and eating habits. Body signals about life past 70. Now on to the sixth sign, stress management. How do you handle stress? Don't brush it off. Stress doesn't just hit your mood, it weakens immunity, ups heart disease risk, and speeds aging. The American Psychological Association, APA, says seniors who manage stress well often live healthier, active, and sharper, while chronic stress quietly shortens life. Meet Edward, 76, in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Philip, also 76, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Edward faces challenges, unexpected bills, family health, but stays calm. He breathes deep, joins a community painting group, and doesn't let problems linger in his head. He still laughs walking around Santa Fe's plaza. Philip, though, lets stress rule. He frets non-stop over money, snaps at small stuff like Raleigh traffic, and gets trapped in negativity. He doesn't know that stress is hurting him daily. Why is this critical? In the U.S., the APA reports over 60% of people past 70 face stress from finances or health, common from California to the Carolinas. Chronic stress inflames the body, linking to every aging disease from Alzheimer's to stroke. Think of Clara, 75, in Boise, Idaho. She's stressed over grandkid care, but a local meditation group brought her peace. Now she sleeps sound and snaps less. Philip doesn't see each sleepless night or angry burst as his body taking hits. Blood pressure up, energy down. The good news? You can tame stress. If you're often tense, cranky, or emotionally drained, your body's warning you. Across the U.S., from Santa Fe to Raleigh, experts suggest simple tricks like the 4-7-8 breath. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 7, exhale 8. Free and effective. Edward stays steady with painting. But if art's not you, a short walk or soothing music works too. A Stanford study found 10 minutes of daily relaxation cuts heart disease risk 20% in people over 70. We've explored walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, and stress management. Body signals about life past 70. Now the final 7 signs: social connections. Do you often chat or laugh with someone? Don't take it lightly. Ties to others are one of the clearest longevity markers. Harvard's 80-year adult development study proves seniors with strong social bonds live longer, healthier, while loneliness ups risks of heart disease, depression, even early death. Meet Grace, 78, in Olympia, Washington, and Agnes, also 78, in Lincoln, Nebraska. Grace is a community star. She calls friends, joins a library book club, and loves morning coffee with grandkids. She laughs a lot, feels connected, and shines walking around Capitol Lake. Agnes, though, keeps to herself. She's lost touch with friends over time, rarely calls family, and stays alone in her quiet Lincoln home. She doesn't think it's an issue, unaware isolation silently weakening her health. Why is this big? In the U.S., where over a third of people past 75 live alone per the Census Bureau, loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a health risk. Think of the old pals in Cleveland, Ohio. They meet weekly for bridge, laughing and keeping minds sharp. None hospitalized for heart issues in 3 years. When Agnes pulls back from the world, her mood dips, sleep falters, and body weakens. Things that shorten life. Social ties aren't just fun. They're biological strength. Chatting works your brain, cuts stress, and releases happy hormones. The good news? You can rebuild. If you're less social, avoid calls or stay solo more. Your body's signaling. Across the U.S., from Washington to Nebraska, there's endless ways to connect. Grace bonds via book club, but if reading's not you, try church, a walking group, or a family call. A University of Michigan study found 1 hour of weekly chatting cuts depression risk 15% in people over 70. She just covered all 7 signs your body reveals about life past 70, from walking speed and grip strength to social connections. You've seen what your body says through Thomas in San Diego, James in Austin, or Grace in Olympia. But spotting signs is just the start. Action's the key. Now we'll kick off with practical tips to boost all 7 signs I've laid out. Trust me, these small shifts can add healthy years to your life. Tip 1. Boost walking speed. Remember Thomas, striding fast around Balboa Park. He's no superhero. He just keeps a steady habit. If you're slowing like Leonard in Portland, don't fret. You can pick up the pace. In the U.S., AARP runs walking groups everywhere, from New York's Central Park to Miami beaches. Try joining, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and you'll feel the shift. The CDC recommends 150 minutes of moderate activity weekly. Brisk walking's perfect for it. Not into groups? Use apps like Fitbit or Apple Health. They track steps and nudge you to move. A friend of mine in Minneapolis started at 2,000 steps daily, now hits 8,000, just 2 months in. If you're rural like Nebraska, walking around home works. Just get your heart pumping a bit. Add a challenge. Speed up 1 minute, slow down 1, repeat 10 times. Pittsburgh University says 6 weeks of steady walking boosts speed 15% in people over 70. Your legs are your base. Don't let them rest too long. Tip 2. Improve grip strength. Now James in Austin, with that firm handshake. You can do it too. If your hands are weakening like Harold's in Denver, don't think it's fate. You can rebuild strength. Simplest way, squeeze a rubber ball, the $1 kind from Walmart or Target. Hold it, squeeze hard 10 seconds, rest 10, repeat 15 times. 3 sets daily. I saw an old lady in Seattle go from feeble to jar-opening ease in a month. Want more? Use light dumbbells, 1 or 2 pounds. Lift up and down 10 times. 3 sets daily. James keeps strong gardening, but if dirt's not you, carry light grocery bags instead of a cart. A Boston University study says 6 weeks of practice ups grip 20% in people over 70. Enough for a confident handshake with anyone. In the U.S., many clinics offer free grip tests via Medicare. Check your baseline. If you're in cities like Austin or rural spots like Denver, community centers often have free classes, from light weights to physical therapy. Therapy's great if your hands have past injuries. Medicare covers costs in most states. An old guy I met in Miami started with a rubber ball, now hauls 10-pound fish baskets no sweat. 3 months in. Grip strength isn't just holding, it's independence, fall prevention, and living stronger. Start today. Walk around home, even just 10 minutes, and squeeze a rubber ball watching TV. No gym or fancy gear needed, just will. Thomas and James didn't wait, they acted, and you can too. In the U.S., from San Diego to Minneapolis, movements everywhere, parks, AARP groups, or your backyard path. Don't let your body slow, speed those legs, firm those hands, because every step, every grip stretches your life. Tip 3. Build balance. Remember Eleanor, in Tampa. Steady on one leg like a statue. You can do it too. If your balance wobbles like Dorothy's in Phoenix, start improving. Staying steady doesn't just keep you safe, it extends life. In the U.S., community centers from Florida to Seattle offer free yoga for seniors, many Medicare-backed. Try it. 30 minutes weekly makes you limber, cuts fall risks. The CDC says falls claim over 36,000 senior lives yearly in the U.S. Don't be one. Not into classes? Home practice is easier than you think. Stand on one leg 10 seconds daily. Lean on a wall if needed, then build to 20-30. I know an old guy in Cleveland who started at 5 seconds, now walks rough sidewalks fine, 2 months in. Or try heel-to-toe walking like a tightrope, 10 steps, 3 times daily. University of California says 8 weeks of balance work cuts fall risk, 30% in people over 70. In Tampa or Phoenix, no gear needed, just feet and grit. Stand firm today, you'll stand tall tomorrow. Tip 4. Boost sleep quality. Now Patrick in Minneapolis, sleeping like a baby, versus George in Atlanta, restless every night. Sleep's not just rest, it's nature's longevity drug. If you wake often like George, don't ignore it, you can fix it. In the U.S., the American Sleep Association urges seniors to stick to a sleep schedule, say 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., to steady your body clock. Patrick nails it by skipping late TV, and you should try. Cut screens an hour before bed. 70% of U.S. seniors use phones too late, per the CDC. Want deeper sleep? Use a white noise machine. Cheap ones at Amazon or Walmart, with rain sounds to drift off faster. An old lady I met in Chicago beat insomnia, with morning sun through her window, and white noise, 7 straight hours after a week. University of California says 2 weeks of sleep tweaks boost quality 25% in people over 70. If you suspect sleep apnea, see a doctor. Medicare covers it in most states. In Minneapolis or Atlanta, just dim lights early. Breathe deep a few times. Sweet sleep's coming. Act now. Stand on one leg brushing your teeth, even 10 seconds. And tonight, ditch the phone. Try white noise. No gym or pricey pills needed. Eleanor and Patrick did it with small shifts. In the U.S. from Seattle to Florida, resources like community centers or health apps are ready. Use them. Don't let shaky balance or choppy sleep hold you back. Train balance. Sleep well. Because every steady day, every calm night powers up your years ahead. Tip 5. Keep eating healthy. Remember Lillian, in Eugene. With meals full of homegrown veggies, she proves eating right fuels longevity. If you're like Marjorie in Kansas City, skipping meals, no appetite. Don't let your body starve for nutrients. In the U.S., the USDA pushes seniors to eat natural foods, greens, lean protein, fruits, over processed junk, loaded with sugar and salt. A great program's Meals on Wheels, delivering healthy meals to your door. In most states, from Oregon to Missouri. Just sign up via community centers, often free for over 70s. Don't want delivery? Cook simple. Try adding grilled chicken and boiled veggies to dinner. I know an old guy in New Orleans who swapped sandwiches for weekly nutritious gumbo. Body thriving after 2 months. USDA says over 70s, eating enough protein, keep muscles 15% stronger after 3 months. In Eugene or Kansas City, no garden needed. Grab fresh produce at local markets. Sip more water daily. If appetite's low, use natural spices like garlic, ginger. Eat if weight drops oddly. Medicare covers doctor visits to check digestion. Eating's not just filling, it's building strength from within. Tip 6. Manage stress better now. Edward in Santa Fe, calm amid life storms, versus Philip in Raleigh, ruled by stress. If you worry like Philip, Don't let it cut your life short. You can take charge. In the U.S., the APA suggests the 4-7-8 breath. Inhale 4 seconds. Hold 7. Exhale 8. Do it 5 times when tense. Edward unwinds with painting. But you don't need art. Just sit still. Breathe slow. Feel pressure melt. An old lady I met in Boise went from grumpy all day to sleeping better and laughing more with a week of 4-7-8. Want more? Pet a furry friend. EPA says stroking dogs or cats cuts cortisol, the stress hormone, 20% in seniors. In the U.S., from Santa Fe to Raleigh, over 40% of over 70s have pets. Perfect pals. If you can't have one, try a short walk or calm music, like jazz in New Orleans or country in Nashville. Stanford says 10 daily relaxation minutes cut heart disease risk, 20% in people over 70. If stress overwhelms, Medicare covers counseling, free in many states. In Boise or Raleigh, you've got ways to ease up. Don't hold stress in. Start now. Add an apple to breakfast. Breathe 4-7-8. When anxious, small but mighty. Lillian and Edward didn't wait. They eat well, live light, and you can too. In the U.S., from New Orleans to Santa Fe, resources like Meals on Wheels or community centers are there. Use them. Don't let your body lack fuel or mind weigh heavy. Nourish yourself. Find peace, because every good meal, every calm minute powers up your years ahead. We've covered 6 signs and ways to boost them, from Thomas's quick steps in San Diego, James's firm grip in Austin, to Patrick's sound sleep in Minneapolis. You've seen how your body can shift with a little effort. But there's one last vital sign: social connections, the strength from those around you. Remember Grace in Olympia. She glows with friends and family nearby. If you're like Agnes in Lincoln, often alone, rarely chatting, don't think it's forever. In the U.S., Harvard's 80-year study shows well-connected people live longer, with less heart disease, less depression. You don't need grand gestures. Just pick up the phone, call a friend. 5 minutes of laughs can lighten your load. Grace bonds via a library book club. But if books aren't you, why not text someone, or meet for coffee? In Olympia or Lincoln, just a hello can change your day. Across the U.S., from Washington to Nebraska, community centers and churches brim with meetup chances, card games, gardening, or just chatting. Many free via Medicare. I met an old lady in Cleveland who hid away for a year, but weekly bingo got her grinning. Just a few meetups in. If you're rural, local fairs or a family call can beat loneliness too. University of Michigan says 1 hour of weekly talk cuts depression risk, 15% in people over 70. No crowd needed. One friend, one smile's enough for your body to thank you. Try today. Call someone, step out. Because connections don't just cheer you, they keep you strong. When it comes to relationships, one person did it better than anyone: Betty White. If you've ever watched TV in the U.S., you surely know her. The star of the Golden Girls, who brought smiles to millions of homes. Born in 1922 in Illinois, Betty lived to 99, passing in 2021, a long, happy life everyone dreams of. She wasn't just an actress. She embodied the 7 signs we've discussed. But what made her stand out? The way she connected with people, friends, co-workers, audiences, and even the dogs she adored. Betty always had people around. From her early Hollywood days, she built friendships with humor and kindness. While filming The Golden Girls in California in the 80s, she didn't just act. She created a second family with the cast. They ate dinners together, chatted backstage, and stayed in touch over the years. She once told People magazine, "I'm never lonely with friends." At 70, when many opt for rest, she was still on TV, doing game shows, connecting with audiences through witty quips. She kept her mind sharp, her heart warm, and never let age dim her joy. But it wasn't just people. Betty loved animals. She raised dogs her whole life, from her pup Pano in Los Angeles to other furry pals. She worked with animal welfare groups, donated millions, and said petting them was a great stress reliever. Just like we mentioned earlier, at 90 she still threw birthday parties with friends, cracked jokes on the Hot in Cleveland set, proving social connections don't just extend life, they make it worth living. She walked steadily around her home, ate simple salads and lean meat, slept well with a relaxing routine. Everything blended to keep her strong. Betty once said, "She life's short, enjoy it." That's the spirit of Grace in Olympia, of Edward in Santa Fe. And you can learn from her too. In the U.S., from Los Angeles to Cleveland, the entertainment culture Betty helped shape reminds us. Connection is power. She didn't let age stop her. And you don't have to either. Start today. Call a friend, even for 5 minutes. Grace did it with her book club. Betty did it with her TV smile. You can too. From community centers to social media, opportunities are everywhere. Use them to nurture your life. Don't let loneliness win. A call, a hug, because every bond you build is how you live long and strong like Betty White. We just left Betty White, who lived to 99 with a smile and warm relationships. She showed the 7 signs we've talked about, from walking speed to social ties, aren't just theory, they're a real way to live. You've seen Thomas stride fast in San Diego, Lillian eat well in Eugene, Grace connect in Olympia, and now we'll meet 2 more American icons, Clint Eastwood and Jane Fonda. They're not just Hollywood stars, they're living proof you can be healthy, active past 70, even 80, 90. If you apply what we've learned, let's see how they do it. First up is Clint Eastwood, the man all of America knows from dusty cowboy films, and that steely gaze. Born in 1930 in San Francisco, California, Clint hits 94 in 2025, and he's still going strong. At an age when many choose armchairs and TV, Clint's still directing, producing films, and keeping his body as fit as ever. He's the embodiment of the grip strength James in Austin boasts, the walking speed Thomas in San Diego maintains. But it's more than that. Clint's always loved staying active. From his youth, he swam, played golf, and exercised regularly. Habits he's kept to this day. At his ranch in Carmel, California, he's not afraid to haul water, work outdoors, or walk winding paths. In a GQ interview, he said, "I don't let age define me. Keep moving, you'll be fine." That's why he still steps solidly at 90. Not sluggish like Leonard in Portland, but strong like his movie roles. Doctors at the University of California studied seniors who move regularly, like Clint. Results show they cut muscle decline risk by 25% past 70. But it's not just physical. Clint handles stress like Edward in Santa Fe. Filmmaking's no picnic, especially at 94, but he stays calm under pressure. He loves nature's quiet, often sitting alone by the sea in Carmel, breathing deep to shake off tension. He once shared in an interview, "I don't worry about what I can't control. That's life." That's the lesson from Sign 6. Stress doesn't own Clint. He owns it. The American Psychological Association says this attitude lowers heart disease risk, and Clint's living proof. What about his eating habits? Nothing fancy. Clint likes simple meals, lean meat, greens, low carbs, like Lillian in Eugene, but with a cowboy twist. He skips fast food, flooding America from Los Angeles to New York, and keeps his body light, sturdy. At 94, he still drives himself, works on set. Independence Herald in Denver, or Marjorie in Kansas City, could dream of if they'd started sooner. Clint doesn't need pricey gyms or trainers. He lives simply, moves naturally, and lets his body do its thing. You can learn from him. Walk around home. Do light tasks. Keep your mind at peace, because every step he takes is how he stretches his life. Next is Jane Fonda, the woman who changed how America thinks about fitness. Born in 1937 in New York, Jane turns 87 in 2025, and she's still a symbol of energy and grit. If you've seen her on screen or in her famous 80s workout videos, you know she never stops moving. Jane's the model of balance Eleanor in Tampa has, of sound sleep Patrick in Minneapolis keeps, and more. She inspires millions. Jane's known for staying flexible. At 70, when many slow down, she was still doing yoga, Pilates, and walking around her Los Angeles home. She told Oprah, "I exercise not to stay young, but to stay healthy." Her workout videos, selling over 17 million copies, brought fitness to every U.S. home. And she still lives that philosophy. At 87, she stands firm on one leg, walks briskly, not wobbly like Dorothy in Phoenix. Stanford University studied people like Jane, Results show regular exercise cuts, fall risk 30% past 70. She's proof balance can be built, whether in Los Angeles or Minneapolis. Eating. Jane sticks to healthy, veggies, fish, low sugar, like Lillian, but with a Hollywood flair. She told Health magazine, "I eat to fuel my body, not fill it." She avoids processed stuff, making up 60% of American diets per the USDA, and keeps her body light, strong. Sleep's key too. Jane hits the sack early, skips screens, wakes refreshed. The American Sleep Association says this boosts sleep quality. And at 87, she's got energy to film. Advocate. But Jane's special for her spirit. She manages stress by facing it. From divorces, illness, work pressure. She doesn't let it drag her down. She breathes deep, meditates, finds joy in community work, like Edward in Santa Fe, but on a bigger scale. She beat breast cancer at 70, thanks to a healthy life and positive outlook. At 87, she's still protesting, filming Resilience. Philip in Raleigh could learn from. Jane says, age is a number, living is how you choose. She connects with friends, fans via social media, a modern grace. What do Clint and Jane show you? They don't let age block them. Clint with natural strength, Jane with flexibility and steel spirit. In the US, from Carmel to Los Angeles, they use simple things: movement, eating, calm, connection. Stuff you can do too. No Hollywood glow needed. You can walk like Clint around a Denver home. Do yoga like Jane in a Tampa yard. They thrive at 94 and 87. And you can too. Today, step outside, eat a good meal, breathe deep, because every small choice is how you write a story long like Clint Eastwood and Jane Fonda. We just left Clint Eastwood and Jane Fonda, two who prove strength from movement, eating, and grit can carry you past 80-90 still healthy. From Thomas striding in San Diego, Grace connecting in Olympia, to Betty joking in Los Angeles. You've seen the 7 signs aren't just theory, they're real living. Now we'll meet one last person, Dr. Anthony Fauci, who at 84 remains a symbol of discipline and endurance. Then we'll wrap it all up, because you're not just here to know, but to act. Dr. Anthony Fauci, if you live in the US, you know him from the COVID-19 pandemic. Born in 1940 in Brooklyn, New York, he turns 84 in 2025, and he's still working, advising public health, living strong amid pressure few can fathom. As head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases for 38 years, he tackled AIDS, Ebola, COVID, challenges enough to exhaust anyone. But at 84 he stands tall, a vivid testament to the 7 signs we've covered. First, Fauci keeps moving, like Thomas in San Diego, or Clint in Carmel. He's no athlete, but he walks briskly daily around his Washington, D.C. neighborhood. On CNN, he said, "I walk 3 miles a day. That's how I stay fit." At 84 he steps steadily, not sluggish like Leonard in Portland, and University of Pittsburgh research confirms. Movement like that cuts muscle decline risk. He ran in his youth, early grip strength and balance signs that keep him steady now. But Fauci's not just physically fit, he handles stress like Edward in Santa Fe, even on a higher level. The pandemic was a nightmare. Hours of press, public criticism, pressure to save millions. How'd he do it? Discipline, enough sleep, proper eating, not letting stress overwhelm. In a New York Times interview, he said, "I focus on what I can control. Worrying solves nothing." He uses simple habits, walking to unwind, deep breaths between meetings, like the 4-7-8 technique we mentioned. The American Psychological Association says this attitude lowers heart disease risk, and Fauci, at 84, shows no sign of slowing. His eating habits, like Lillian in Eugene, or Jane in Los Angeles. Fauci eats simple but nutritious. He likes salads, fish, low sugar, skips fast food flooding America. On an NIH podcast, he shared, "I eat for energy to work, not to stuff myself." At 84 he holds steady weight, no odd drops like Marjorie in Kansas City, and the USDA says this diet boosts senior muscle strength. His sleep stands out too. He rests regularly, despite a packed schedule, knowing it's key to staying sharp, like Patrick in Minneapolis. Social ties. Fauci doesn't just work, he connects. He's close with family, wife and 3 daughters, and keeps friendships with colleagues over decades. During the pandemic, he got thousands of thank you letters from Americans, a support web Grace in Olympia would nod to. On ABC he said, "I feel fueled by people who trust me." At 84 he's still on TV, engaging the public, not isolated like Agnes and Lincoln. The Harvard study confirms, such bonds extend life, and Fauci's proof. Fauci's no superhuman. He's just disciplined. At 84, he still advises health, walks daily, eats carefully, stays calm in storms. Things you can do too. In the U.S., from Washington, D.C. to Cleveland, he reminds us health isn't complex, just steady will. He beats pressure Philip in Raleigh could learn from. And you can start small today too. Now let's look back. The 7 signs: walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep, eating, stress management, social ties, aren't fate. You've seen Thomas, James, Eleanor, Patrick, Lillian, Edward, Grace shift their lives. Chi, Betty, Clint, Jane, Fauci thrive. At 99, 94, 87, 84. They didn't wait. They acted. What about you? What's your body saying? Do you step slow like Leonard, grip weak like Harold, or feel alone like Agnes? Don't worry, it can change. Start today. Walk 10 minutes around home like Clint. Squeeze a rubber ball like James. Stand on one leg like Jane. Sleep on time like Fauci. Eat a green meal like Lillian. Breathe deep like Edward. Call a friend like Betty. In the U.S., from San Diego to Minneapolis, you've got parks, community centers, Medicare, everything to help. No doctor needed, you decide. The CDC says 150 minutes of movement, good sleep, and social ties cut 30% of aging disease risk. Real numbers, not empty promises. The goal isn't just long life, but strong life. Like Betty laughing on TV, Clint filming at 94, Jane doing yoga at 87, Fauci advising at 84. Longevity isn't just years, it's the quality you bring. What'll you do today? Walk faster, grip tighter, stand firmer, sleep better, eat smarter, relax more, connect deeper. Each small step is how you write your story. Don't let your body lag. Stand up, act, because your healthy future starts now. You've seen these 7 signs aren't fate. Thomas strides in San Diego, James grips in Austin, Eleanor stands in Tampa, Patrick sleeps in Minneapolis, Lillian eats in Eugene, Edward calms in Santa Fe, and Grace connects in Olympia. Then Betty White laughed to 99, Clint Eastwood filmed at 94, Jane Fonda yogaed at 87, and Dr. Fauci advised at 84. They show health is a choice. In the U.S., from Seattle parks to New York streets, you've got it all to change. Walk, squeeze a ball, balance, sleep steady, eat well, unwind, call friends, no waiting. Today you can walk 10 minutes like Clint, breathe like Fauci, or text like Betty. Each small step adds years, not just long, but strong, joyful, independent. The CDC says movement and connection cut 30% of aging disease risk. You hold your future. Don't let your body slow. Stand up, act, because your story starts now. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and the bell so you don't miss the next video. We can't wait to see you again with more tips for a healthier life.